Welcome to The Explainer. I am a digital marketing guide from SmartThoughts, a vendor-neutral software advisement firm for associations and nonprofits. Today, we are totally stepping away from standard feature lists and glossy marketing brochures. Instead, we're diving straight into a direct executive briefing on ToucanTech AMS. We're going to uncover the actual operational realities of this platform. What does it actually mean for your daily operations, your staff's sanity, and your long-term growth? Let's get into it. Just to be crystal clear on the lens we're looking through today, we are not here to pitch you on a product. That's not what we do. This is pure guidance to help you think through a really complex software decision properly. We're bringing absolute objectivity here, focusing strictly on an independent, detailed review of this platform. So no vendor spin, just the facts. I want to pose a question right off the bat, and it's absolutely crucial for any executive team. Are you evaluating features or are you evaluating organizational fit? It is so incredibly easy to get caught up in those flashy vendor demos or, those AI-generated summaries that basically promise you the world. But today, we're focusing strictly on decision implications. Does this system actually fit how your unique team works, or is it going to force you into a corner? Okay, so let's look at where ToucanTech sits in the broader market. It's squarely a Tier 3 AMS. Think of it kind of like a Swiss Army knife. It's a solution specifically targeting small to mid-sized associations. Really, we're talking about those with operating budgets right around the $500,000 to $3.5 million mark. It is built to consolidate your CRM, your website builder, event management, email marketing, and payment processing all into one unified system. So it's doing the heavy lifting, but for a very specific size of organization. To put this into perspective, think about this software ecosystem like how we use our smartphones. A Tier 1 enterprise AMS, well, that's a lot like a highly customizable Android device. You can tweak every single setting, change core functionality, but it takes work, time, and honestly, probably a few tiers from your IT department. ToucanTech, sitting at Tier 3, operates much more like an iPhone. It's designed to be intuitive and just kind of work right out of the box. You're trading that endless customization for a highly integrated, incredibly seamless environment. Now, when you adopt a platform like this, the biggest win is finally escaping those duct-taped software silos. Look, we all know the absolute pain of manually moving data between disconnected Frankenstein tools. It's a nightmare. ToucanTech actually creates a true single source of truth for your member data. Plus, they offer highly consultative, hands-on implementation support. For a lot of associations, this essentially eliminates the need for dedicated in-house IT staff to manage the transition. They actually step through your workflows with you to transfer them over. It's a huge relief. But every software decision is a balancing act. It really comes down to exactly what you gain versus what you give up. On one hand, you gain incredible, integrated operational breadth, but you are giving up specialized enterprise-level depth. You get a single, unified database, right? But you sacrifice endless flexibility. And while you get that fantastic hands-on support we just talked about, you do have to navigate a lack of transparent public pricing. ToucanTech prices on a case-by-case basis, so that's something you definitely have to be prepared for. And this brings us to a major blind spot, honestly, where a lot of associations get things wrong. Let's call it the all-in-one reality. Here's the deal. You must conform to the platform's standardized workflows rather than customizing the platform to fit yours. When you buy an all-in-one system like ToucanTech, you are essentially buying their logic. Expecting the software to bend to your highly unique or historically entrenched workflows in a Tier 3 system, well, that's just a recipe for a very, very frustrating implementation. So how do you know if you should actually shortlist this platform? Well, you need to sit down and ask your executive team some really hard operational questions. First step, is our budget firmly between $500,000 and $3.5 million? Second, are we truly willing to sacrifice deep customization in exchange for seamless integration? And third, and this is a big one, do our current workflows align closely with out-of-the-box standards, or are we going to be fighting this system from day one? Let's take that due diligence a step further. You really need to ask yourselves, how will the lack of mainstream third-party reviews on sites like G2 or Capterra impact our research process? Are you prepared to navigate those opaque custom pricing models during procurement? And here is a highly specific recommendation for you. Can we secure reference calls with 2 to 3 similar-sized associations to ask them directly about their implementation timelines and the actual limitations they hit? This is all about active, critical evaluation, not just taking things at face value. Think about how you approach your initial research. Look, AI and online searches are great at summarizing features and market positioning. They tell you what ToucanTech does. But there is a massive decision gap here. Online research simply cannot reliably determine your exact organizational fit or tell you if your specific team will actually survive the trade-off of losing customization. And that is exactly where SmartThoughts advisement bridges the gap between knowing what a piece of software does and knowing if it's actually the right strategic move for you. Ultimately, ToucanTech represents a very solid choice for associations seeking operational simplicity over maximum customization, but its success depends heavily on your specific organizational context. So, give SmartThoughts a call at 817-523-9801 or visit www.smartthoughts.net to explore the AMS Selection Toolkit, Vendor Finder, or schedule a consultation. I'll leave you with this final thought. If you implement a new system tomorrow, will it change how your software works, or will it change how your people work? Keep thinking critically, and I'll see you on the next explainer.